You can lead a horse into a river, but you cannot make it drink. It was when I was around 15 to 16 years old when I had this huge crush on this very cute girl in my class. And honestly, I didn't know what to do because I was ugly, I wasn't charismatic, I wasn't athletic, I didn't dress well, and I just didn't know how to talk to her. So I only did the very best thing that I knew how to do, and it was to go into YouTube and type in the words how to get your crush to like you back. And I was shown hundreds of videos of these male fashion YouTubers that were very popular back in the day, like Alex Costa teaching men's fashion. They were all talking about 7 tips to get your crush to like you back. First, you need to dress well. Second, buy my Dollar Shave Club, whatever. And I just watched all those videos back to back. And essentially, I started devouring every little piece of information they were giving out to the world. So I started going to the gym, as they said. I started dressing better, buying some new clothes in order to look more aesthetic. I started reading more books. Every single book that they were recommending, I started reading it. Like How to Win Friends and Influence People, books on how to improve your charisma, books on how to read non-verbal communication. Every single thing that they said, I was starting to do it. And this is essentially how I started my self-improvement journey. And along the way, it was when my friend Alex, my childhood best friend, we started both on the same path around the same time, like 16 years old, something like that. We read our first book. It was the 7 Habits of the Highly Effective People, and that was the book that started to change my life. Because that was the turning point in which I said, okay, this is where my life is changing. Everything that I had behind me that I didn't like about myself, throughout this book, I knew that I could change it. I could do something about it. And a couple of months into this process, I told Alex, we need to show this to the boys. This is the best thing that has happened to us in a long time. We need to get our friends into self-improvement as well. I was always the optimist and Alex was always the realist. And Alex told me, hey, Ivan, this is not going to work. These people are not going to like self-improvement. They are not keen on reading books or going to the gym, things like that. Like, this is not going to work. I said, Alex, trust me, we're going to get them into self-improvement. I was decided to get them into this thing that was changing my life. So this one school break where in the school breaks, we all used to go to this park that was behind the school so that the teachers couldn't see what we were doing. So we were on the park and I remember that I said, hey guys, you should watch this channel, Teaching Men's Fashion. It will teach you how to dress better and it will teach you a bunch of things that you would find very, very useful. And also we started going to the gym. You might join us or whatever. They were all looking at us with this face of just disbelief, of disapproval. And one of them just said, oh, you never catch me going to the gym. Gym is too gay. Like a bunch of grown men just lifting weights and screaming, oh, that's too gay. I'm not going to go to the gym. And plus, all the people who go to the gyms use steroids. That's going to be very bad for you. Going to the gym is going to destroy your bodies. And plus, those protein shakes that you're taking, those are bad for your body as well. And I was looking at him with his face of disbelief because he was holding a fucking cigarette on his hand, and on the other, he was holding a Monster Energy drink, telling me about how going to the gym was a bad decision for your health. Like, that was the point when I looked at Alex and I said, okay, you were right. We cannot save these people. We have shown them the path that we were taking, that we were going through, and this was what was going to just lead them to a better life in order to improve their own health, their own charisma, their own confidence, and they were just rejecting it. They didn't see the value. They saw us as the weird kids of, oh, look at them, they're going to the gym, they're the gym bros. Oh, you're so obsessed with your body, just learn to appreciate yourself, whatever. And that was the exact moment when I realized, okay, we are not going to go on the same path anymore. We are not on the same level as these guys anymore. And from that moment on, I started to go more and more on my own path. Like, I wasn't in bad terms with them. We would never argue or whatever. So, but I just knew that if I kept hanging out with those people, I would limit my potential to grow. So I just kept on stacking habits upon habits upon habits. I just went into cold showers, reading more, doing more cardio, going more to the gym or whatever. And I saw them from a distance, and I didn't really like the world that they were getting into. They were getting into fights, they were going to parties and drugs and alcohol, things like that I wasn't really a fan of. So I just naturally distanced myself from them because those are activities that I don't really like. So fast forward a couple of years, we all have graduated, we all went our separate ways into separate universities, separate degrees, and I received this one night this message which said, hey, it's been a long time since we haven't seen each other. Let's reunite and have dinner together. And I said, what a nice thing to do. Like, it's been a long time since I haven't seen the boys because with the pandemic, everything, I haven't seen them like in years. So we reunite and oh, it was the best feeling ever. Like seeing your old friends, all the nostalgia just comes up upon your body, and you just feel very happy to see everyone around and just talk about the past, whatever. And when the bill comes around, I always pay because between the group, I was the only one who had a little bit of money. Like I was not rich, but by the standards of the people of our age, I had a little bit of money. And I always paid. So I grab the bill, I pay it with no problem. And then everyone just says, "Oh, I'm going to just send you the money, whatever." And I overheard this guy say, "Oh, I owe you money. I'm going to pay you, but I'm not going to pay Ivan because he already has so much." And that was when I remember why I stopped being around these people. That was the tipping point that just pissed me off. Because this was one of the guys who never believed in me. Every single time that I did something different, something outside the box, he would always say, "Oh, look at him, he's trying to be special. He thinks he's a gym bro. He thinks he's going to get big. Oh, look at him, he's trying to start a business. He thinks that he's an entrepreneur, whatever." He always had that fucking mocking sense about the things that I was doing. He never believed in anything that I did. And now he was just disrespecting me. It was not about the fucking money. It was like 10 miserable euros. That's not going to change my life. But it was the attitude in which he said it. He said it in a way that, "Oh, Ivan has a lot of money. He doesn't deserve that kind of money. So I'm trying to rob him from those 10 euros and I'm going to take advantage." What fucking incel energy is that? What fucking disgusting people you are for thinking in that way. That if someone just puts in effort and tries to do something different than you, and he actually gets a little bit of success from that, you're going to try to rob him. Like, that's sick minded people. If you have these kind of people in your life, you are going to be left behind. Every single progress, every single potential that you're going to have is going to get dragged down by these kind of people. Do you know the theory about the buckets and the crab? If you put a couple of crabs inside of a bucket and one of those crabs tries to climb up that bucket to get out and save his life, all the other crabs will try to drag him down so that they stay all together. And that's the sick mindset that these people have. These envious people will try to drag you down to keep you inside of their own level so that all of you stay on the same. Never improve. Never make any progress because that will affect their ego. That will affect the feeling of security because they don't like to see you doing better than them. And that's a true harsh reality. The only man that will want to truly see you doing better than him, it is your father. No one else. Absolutely no one else. And that is a true fact that I had accepted that night. I was like, why the fuck am I hanging out with you people anymore? Like, if you have that sick mindset of saying, "Oh, if you have more than me, I'm going to try to take as much as I can from you." And after hearing that, I immediately picked up all of my things and I said goodbye to my friends that I was still in good terms with, like good, actual good people. And to this guy, I just said, "If you need it so much, just keep that money. Don't even bother returning to me. Just take that as a ticket that you have bought in order to get me out of your life. And that's it. I never want to hear from you ever again." And I remember that night when I arrived home, I got to my bed and I said, "God, if you are real, please remove the people that will harm me, people that are not good for me from my life, and bless me with the people that will support me along my way and along my growth." And fast forward a couple of months, now in 2025, I am blessed with an abundance of people who are on the same path as me, people who take care of their bodies, people who allow me to help them in the self-improvement journey. And now I have an audience of 3,000 people on YouTube that actually care about their mind, their soul, and their body, that are willing to listen to what I have to say in order to improve their lives and in order to not make the mistakes that I was making in the past. This is the magic of letting go of what is not good for you. If you don't let go of what is not good for you, you are not making a space for what's actually better, for what's actually going to fuel your soul, for what is actually going to make you a better person, people that are actually worth it. And it's insane for me to think about how natural and organic everything has been. Like, these people that I'm talking about, they all have this passion to improving their lives, to achieve the goals that they set for themselves. No, I'm not talking about, "Oh, if you're self-improvement, you can't have friends that are not on self-improvement." No, it's about having people that will support you along the way, people who are not envious of your success, people who don't have this evil inside of them that says, "Oh, if I can't have it, he can't have it either." It's people who will support you along the way. And this is the self-improvement curse. You will lose friends along the way, but you'll also gain some ones that are a lot better and that will fulfill your soul. And that's why I always say stay patient because your prophecy is unfolding. I'll see you on the next one.